Thank you, Sujaya, for those kind words. You know, when the first time she spoke to me and sent me an email and said, you'll have 17 minutes, you know what first thought came to my mind? 70 minute. You remember that Shah Rukh Khan's superbly motivating talk? Yeah? Chak De. You remember the song? The title song of that movie? Yeah, supposing it was playing around, you'd be able to sing along, hum along with it? What do you feel? Yes? All right. And how many months or weeks since you've heard that song? Quite a while, right? And you still think that you can sing along, hum along with it. All right, tell me, can you with the same effortless ease tell me what you were working on last week? What happened? The same person, the same brain, finding it a challenge to recall what you were doing last week, but you can effortlessly remember that song. How come? What happened? Let's see if we can get something on here. All right, so learning and OD, right? In the human life cycle, who are the best learners? Children. That's right. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, I'm going to put all of you in a time machine, all right? And that time machine has a battery and it has a control. That control will allow you to move from point A to point B. Now that battery, one of the batteries that some of you have, was made in Europe, maybe Germany, all right? So from this age, you've gone all the way down to toddler, all right? Someone else gets a battery from the US, all right? So he's in the age group of, let's say, 5 to 8 years. And the others have got a battery from China, yeah? Just up to the teenage. And as teenagers, what do? You rebel, yeah? What do you know about the kind of pressures that I'm working under? It's never happened earlier, etc., etc. And believe me, I know it all because I have 2 teenage daughters, so I'm at the brunt of it all. But what I would like you now to know that we are all Indians, and Indian batteries last the best, so we all will come up to a regular, let's say, 5 to 12-year-old category, right? All of us are children. You have the controls in your hands. Are we ready to play this? Yes? All right. Now, children in this age group, what is a very effective way of transmitting your vision to them, your morals to them? Stories, right? So I'm going to tell you a story. Ready for that? Okay. Now, in these stories, you have kings and queens and castles and dungeons, right? But you also have some animals, all right? Now, I've just put up 12 of them. You could have any number that you want. Out of this, I would like to choose the rabbit, all right? Why? Recently, Idea Cellular has just started that jingle. You're my something, something, hello honey, bunny, right? Well, bunny has a different connotation to most of the gents in this room, but anyway. The rabbit is also called a hare, and that's why I have a natural affinity to it. Okay, so yes, I would be talking to you about the hare and the tortoise. We've heard that many a time? Yes, everybody's heard it? All right. So we know that they go out for a race. Yep, ready for the race. We are in Bombay, so we have to look after our gear and everything. So, ready, steady, but hang on. Let's change it. Let's come back to where we are as adults. Okay? Let us now, instead of telling you the story, I would like you to reflect on the people. So, for example, if one of these competitors, now we are going to focus our attention on the people running the race. All right? So imagine this tortoise has come to your office. Yeah? What does he bring on the table? What are the qualities you think that a tortoise would come with and contribute in your organization? Would you share with me? Stability, okay. What else? Determination and patience, okay. What else? Safety and persistence. Doing the same thing over and over again, slowly, steadily. Yes? And how does he walk? Like a burden on his shoulders, on his back, yeah? How many of us can identify with such people? Ourselves, or we know people around who are tortoises? Yes? Okay. Now let us concentrate our attention on the hare. What do you think the school dude is? Yeah? What are the qualities that he brings to the table? Speed. And what else? Okay. And if you were to talk about the vision of the tortoise and the hare, is there a difference? What do you feel? Yeah? Okay. Stay with that. All of you are L&D HR guys, right? Without knowing the left and right, I'm sure you won't even get your degree. Right? So I'm not here going to talk about the left and right. But what I want you to look at is the left deals with all these. Yeah, Swaran also mentioned some of this. Now in the hare and the tortoise, who do you think identifies more with this? The tortoise. Yeah? Okay. And you know, most of us are very good and well conditioned to work on the left side. For example, we take notes. I see many of us taking notes, right? We take notes everywhere. Whether we are on a con call, whether you are in a meeting or in a seminar, you are taking notes every time. And what are the tools that you use? Out comes your pen, yeah? A ruled sheet. You write some words. Is that the way we've all been trained to take notes? You put in some numbers, and you write these words one below the other as in a list. And then try to make logical sense out of it. Yeah? And now look at the pen. It's either a blue or a black pen, invariably. Yes? One color, monotone, which is the base of the word, monotonous, monotonous, which means, what does monotonous mean? Boring. And what happens when you're bored? You switch off. So you know what's actually happening? The very way that you are writing and presenting that information to your brain says, wow, this is so boring, and it switches off. And then you say you have problems like concentration and comprehension and decision making, everything that your brain is supposed to be doing, it's not doing because it's already switched off. How many hours of information have you fed your brain with in this way? Is it hundreds, thousands, multiple thousands? Multiple thousands? Maybe looking at the average age in the group here, anywhere around 30 to 40,000 hours of information in your head. Yeah? How much time have you spent on learning about the brain? How it works? You've put in 40,000 hours of information into it. How much time about the brain? Want to see how it works? Let's see. What I'm going to do is, from these 40,000 hours of information in your head, I'm going to pick up random words. All right? And I want all of you to put your hands out like this, 3 inches apart, palms facing inwards. The moment you recognize that word, the moment you have an association with, I want you to clap. Clear? Simple? All right. Here goes. The word is Australia. Wow, that was fast. Let's make it a little more difficult. Stand up, everyone. Yeah, everyone stand up. And now let's see. Okay, same exercise. All right, the word is cricket, pizza, car, Mumbai. My God. Thank you. Sit down, please. And thank you for that standing ovation you gave me, by the way. All right, now I would like you to tell me, what did you see? When I said the word Australia, what came to your mind? Okay, map, Gold Coast, holiday, all right. Okay. When I said the word pizza, what came to your mind? I want you to reflect. You know the way you're feeding information to your brain? When I said pizza, did it have a shape? Did it have some color? Your mouth watered? Yeah? How are you feeding information to your brain? By words and numbers and lines. But your brain is not processing it in that way. If it was, it would have just given you a computer printout, P-I-Z-Z-A, and that's it. Why did it not? Why did you come up with an image? That's just something for us to think on. The way you are feeding information and the way that it is being processed, there is a disconnect. That brings us to the right side. And you can identify with some of them, right? You've seen an image, you've seen some color. Actually, we have both the left and right. And that's the good part of it. You say you can remember songs. Have you ever tried? Old songs you haven't heard for 5 years, 10 years. But if it's playing, you'll be able to sing along with it? Yeah? When you listen to songs, which part of the brain is being engaged? Let me change my position and ask you the same question. When you listen to songs, which side of the brain is engaged? Look carefully. Absolutely. Words from the left combined with rhythm from the right. It's as simple as that. The moment you combine your left and right, any left with any right, you're doing much better than what you're doing today. The tortoise, which is probably the left, with the brain, with the right. If you look at this image, it has words, numbers, lines from the left. It also has color, images, shapes from the right. I'm using both of them. The very fact that I'm using both implies that I'm doing better than what I'm doing today. And this is a mind map. So when I'm making mind maps, I'm not actually thinking, am I using my left or right? Automatically, I'm using both. And so whatever information you feed your brain with, you will do better than what you're doing. Your brain is being used for decision making, planning, organizing, strategic thinking, whatever decision, whatever information. Use both left and right. Yeah? Now, there's just a few examples which happen here. It's a 40-year-old technique being used across the globe. Mind Maps of Business, written by Tony, published by the BBC, made us very proud because he's put up the center standing photo there. The only center in the country, so we are very proud to have that. A few of the companies we've trained and many more across the globe. If you have any questions, shoot out. I could take a couple of them right now. Later on? All right, not a problem. Great. So, what we could do now is, I'm going to give you a test. What I just told you, let's see if it really makes a difference. I have a memory test for you. There was a slide which I showed you about 15 minutes ago, the names of some animals. Remember seeing that? Yeah, all right. How many animals were there? 12. Can you call them out? Rabbit was one, great. What else? Horse. You see what happened? All 70 of us put together managed to get 8 of them. And that is collectively. If I had asked you individually, what would your scores be? And this is something that you've already known for a while. What happens to new information coming your way? Can you imagine? All right, just a thought. What, according to you, is there any relationship between understanding and memory? Is there a relationship between understanding and memory? Yes? What?
Whether you understand the past, you remember it better.
Okay. Is that what everybody feels? If you understand, you will remember?
If you want to remember, you'll remember.
Mm-hmm.
Had you told this, I'll ask you, everybody would have given more detailed view and
Okay. So, understanding and memory. You understood those words? You understood the word tiger? You understood the word rabbit? You understood the word ox? How come you didn't remember them all? Yes. So now you see our entire training schedules are based on this. That you explain to them, they will understand. If they understand, they will remember, and if they remember, they will implement. But that's not true. That's a myth. There is a world of a difference in understanding and memory, unless you are trained for it. Yeah? So, and this is typically what all of us know, that training retention is very, very poor. That is because of this myth. This, incidentally, was the slide. So what we are going to do now is, and I want you to follow me, we are going to use the left and right brain together. So words in the list from the left combined with imagination and daydreaming from the right. All right? We're going to hang these animals somewhere in this room, and then let's see what makes a difference now. All right. So the first one is a rat. Let's imagine our rat is walking in through that door. All right? I want you all to look at that. Which is the most famous rat we know? Mickey Mouse? All right. Just imagine Mickey Mouse with its big red ears walking in through this door. All right? Then you have an ox. There is a soup bowl here, and the ox with its horns is trying to pick this up. Okay? His horns are getting stuck there. All right? Then you have a tiger. Our tiger has gone through our mic system there, right? So he's using his tail as a mic and he's trying to talk to you. Hey, how do you do? How do you do? Right? This is our rabbit. I leave the imagination to you. Yeah, imagine this to be a carrot or whatever. Dragon. When a dragon opens its mouth, what happens? Fire. Imagine this whole screen is on fire. Right? Then you have a snake. Our snake is coiled around this with its head looking up here. Okay? And then you have a horse. Our horse is running from here to the timekeeper. Hey, give him half a minute more, running up and down. Right? Then you have a goat. Our next speaker here, ready, meh, I'm next. Okay? Then you have a monkey just swinging around up and down here. You have a hen just on top of this coffee table, laying an egg. So in the next break, you'll get an omelette there. You have a dog watching that other door so that nobody enters there. And the last one is a pig sitting on one of those tables over there, not feeling too good, right? Swine flu, so he's putting his head down. All right, so who walks in? Rat, then? Who was here? What happened? 2 minutes ago, we were all at sea, not able to recall stuff. The moment you combine left and right, you will do much better. How many animals do you think you'll remember by the end of this session today?
12.
Many more, definitely, than 3 minutes ago. And what changed was just the fact that you knew how to combine them. In all corporates, basically, it is the human resource which will help you get better output from all the other resources. And in the human resource, it is the brain that you need to work on. If you're able to train your brain it can do wonders for you. All right, so thank you very much, friends. Talk to you.